I soaked my niece with a hose after I was told not to because she was wearing white. Last weekend, my sister brought her daughter Casey over for our annual family barbecue. Casey's 13 and has this attitude that makes you want to hide in the bathroom until she leaves. She walked in wearing this pure white sundress that probably cost more than my car payment, acting like she was at some fancy country club instead of my backyard. My sister immediately starts with the warnings. Don't let her near the dirt. Watch out for the grass stains. Keep her away from anything messy. She spent like 5 minutes listing everything that could possibly ruin the precious dress. I rolled my eyes, but whatever. I figured I'd just keep an eye on her. The thing about Casey, though, is she's got this talent for being awful to people when adults aren't watching. The second my sister went inside to help with food, Casey started her usual routine. She told my 6-year-old son Lucas that his superhero costume was stupid and that he looked like a baby. Lucas's face just crumpled. Then she saw our neighbor's kid Oliver playing with his toy cars in the dirt, and she walked right over and kicked sand all over them, called him gross for playing in the dirt. Oliver is only 4, and he started crying. I told her to knock it off, but she just shrugged and walked away like nothing happened. The final straw was when she found my mom's flower bed. My mom had been working on these roses all summer. They were her pride and joy. Casey decided it would be fun to pick a bunch of them and throw the petals around like confetti. When I caught her, she was literally ripping the heads off the flowers and tossing them on the ground. I told her to stop, and she looked me dead in the eye and said nobody could tell her what to do because her mom would be mad if anyone made her dirty. She had this smug little smile like she knew she was untouchable because of that stupid white dress. That's when I snapped. I grabbed the garden hose that was sitting right there. The water was freezing cold because it had been sitting in the shade all morning. I turned that sucker on full blast and soaked her from head to toe. The dress went completely see-through. Her hair was plastered to her head. Mascara was running down her cheeks in black streaks. She started screaming like I'd set her on fire. The sound brought everyone running outside. My sister came flying out the back door and lost her mind when she saw Casey dripping wet. Started yelling about how the dress was designer and now it was ruined. Casey was crying and carrying on about how mean I was. My mom was asking what happened. It was chaos. I just stood there holding the hose and told them exactly what Casey had been doing. The flowers were everywhere as evidence. Lucas and Oliver were both still sniffling from her earlier cruelty. My sister tried to say Casey was just being a kid, but my mom shut that down real quick. Turns out, my mom had seen Casey destroying her roses from the kitchen window. She marched my sister and Casey straight to the car and told them they could come back when Casey learned how to act like a decent human being. Casey had to ride home in her wet dress with the air conditioning blasting.